Hello.
Yeah, now loud and clear, madam.
So I was saying that the Lux, everybody is excited about the Lux. That's really fantastic. Yeah, and get to know how much energy we have lying around us for free, absolutely. Which if we use, and along with all the mantras and things that, this saying Om also, because that humming is very good to increase the nitric oxide in the nose to be able to fight viruses. It's as simple as that. All the answers seem to be all around us in our body and, in the food we eat and all the things we do. So how is everybody's health going? All good? Everybody be doing their morning walk. Please type in the chat box if you have, or just say yes, I have. Morning walks happening or no? Fantastic. In the proper luck. Okay, so Brahmam sir always wants me to talk about health, and I really love doing that. So today I'm going to talk to you about the color green. Remember, we done vegetable colors. We finished the color red. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about the color green. Give me a moment. I'll just share my screen. Yeah. Is my screen visible to all of you? Can you see my screen?
Yes, madam, crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Fantastic. Okay. So remember, we spoke very quickly. I'd just like to review what we spoke about, in phytochemicals. We said that these are properties that plants have in the colors that they have. They are biologically active, natural-based chemicals that help us to fight inflammation, the progression of all of that silent disease, hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, all of that. They protect so much against cancer, heart disease, and it just by increasing your intake of cauliflower and broccoli, cabbage, you actually have the weapons to fight cancer, heart disease, and free radicals. We spoke about free radicals, if you remember. These are those oxygen molecules that are just roaming around in the body because they have got detached from the main molecule. So they are roaming around free, and they cause a lot of inflammation. And when you have enough vegetables, you stop the free radical damage, and those vegetables become antioxidants. So basically, free oxygen that is not bound in any way, but it's roaming around free in the body, causes damage. And having all of these vegetables that trap the energy of the sun help you to, stop that free radical damage and stop and be disease free. Shetty sir is also part of one of the exercise groups I'm in, and one of the clients, one of the members there, had a really wonderful, wonderful health goal. And she's saying, my health goal is to die without disease. She said her health goal is to die without disease. How many of you, really, I was very inspired by this. If you are inspired also like me, just type inspired in the comment section. That dying without disease is wonderful. And she also said that, we come to this world in such a beautiful state. And I want to leave the world also in a equally beautiful state. So you come to the world in a sense disease free. So you need to also leave the world in that sense. That was her whole goal. And if that is the goal, then what we want to look at is what happens, how we can be disease free in a very, very pharma free and natural kind of way, right? So last time we spoke about the red vegetables. If you remember, strawberries, beetroot, and tomatoes, the benefits of all of that. And I'm sure you people have started having that. If you can see here, it is heart health. Today we're going to talk about the vegetable greens, which is primarily for detoxifying the body, keeping the body clean without any toxins. That's the main reason. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what is the main property of leafy greens? Your palak, your methi, anything, chowli, be all the salad leaves, everything. What is the main purpose of them? It is that it has the maximum photosynthesis as compared to all other colors. Maximum energy of the sun is found in the greens. If you see that our greens are the dominant color, right, around us, the green is a dominant color in the universe. So it stands to reason that it should also be a dominant color on your plate, correct? If this is the way nature is made, fully green, then if you want maximum photosynthesis, that means maximum photon energy from the sun, if that has to come onto your plate, the sun's energy, sun is the only thing that makes energy, right? Um, uh, Energy is not created. Whatever energy the sun gives us is what we have in our store, and it's more than abundant. So get the greens on your plate because it has maximum photosynthesis. So greens also have they have the maximum vitamin K. Now this has become a very, very important vitamin for bone mineralization. That means you can have all the calcium in the world that you're taking from your supplements, milk, dahi, everything. But unless that calcium gets bound, unless the cement is there for the calcium to get bound, the bone is not completely strong. So you need to have the greens along with your calcium to be able to get to have the cement for the bones. Cement for the bones, right? How many of you had haven't have learned this as a new thing for today, that you need vitamin K, which all of the vegetable greens give you, that helps in the mineralization of your bone. Very, very, very important. Okay, so let me just yeah. When we're looking at dark leafy greens as a rich source of another very, very important vitamin, vitamin B9, that is called folate. Okay, I'm sure a lot of us have taken folate as a supplement. If you get ulcers in your mouth, they say it's a folate deficiency, and that makes sense because folate is required for us to make all these new blood cells and activates a lot of vitamin B. So the reason you have all the ulcers in your mouth is because the cells are not completely developed. They're not complete, and that's why folate helps in making these new blood cells, and it's available in your palak, methi, uh, chowli, greens, all of that is there, lettuce, jo bhi hai, whatever it is you want to eat. Any vegetable that is green in color will have an abundant source of folate. That is why green has to be a permanent color on every plate. And those of you who have taken my one-to-one sessions will know that I even include the color green from breakfast. Usually our breakfast color is very different. Okay. So you will find it, all of it in this, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I mean, Brussels sprouts not easily available, but any leafy green vegetable, cabbage, spring green, spinach, all of that. Okay. So now, oh, I see nice photon energy in Motwani sir's area. A lot of greens right there itself.
Thank you. Thank
Fantastic,
you. Thank
fantastic.
you. Thank you.
So now very quickly, we are going to get into what the greens do. I mean, if you have certain hair conditions, what you can do. Okay, so in today's day and age, a lot of us have this, bloating. Ki, I'm feeling heavy. You have that feeling. And one big reason for that is you are eating a lot. We are eating a lot of processed food without our knowledge also. Unconsciously, we are eating a lot of processed food, get a lot of these trans fats into our diet. So the antidote to that is having 1 cup of boiled spinach every day. If you have a cup of boiled spinach every day, they say over time you can control your belly bloat. Now, those of you who want skin glow, then the kale, of course, it's an exotic vegetable. It's a little expensive. You don't really have to do that. Even spinach can do the job. But kale juice is whenever you can have it once a week is very good for improving the glow of your skin. Okay, then I already spoke about folate because it makes new blood cells. Folate makes new blood cells, so you totally need that. See, every 3 months, our body cells are changed, are recycled. Old cells go and new cells are formed, and the vitamin folate helps in doing that. If you don't have enough of this vitamin folate in your diet, and it comes best from the food, from nature, you don't have enough of that, then what happens is that your that process is not complete. The process of cell regeneration is not complete, and that causes stress and disease inside the body silently. So that is how that happens. Every little thing on your plate makes a huge difference. There's 1 cup of boiled spinach for so many days, skin glow, no belly bloat, enough folate. Just think about it. Okay. Now, this big, very, very famous topic in all our lives is that how do vegetable greens support weight loss? So you can see it is greens are really low in calories, right? Compared, if I take 1 cup of vegetable greens and 1 cup of any other vegetable, it's the lowest in calories. So 1 cup of spinach is just 50 calories, and one chapati is 100 calories. And we can eat three, four, five, six chapatis, correct? I remember a time when my brother-in-law, when he was young, he in our in my house, in my mother's house, we would have this hot pulka, right? The hot pulka. As you said, ek pulka, garam garam pulka plate mein dalte the that time. So he must have eaten like 30 of them, 30, because in unke ghar mein the chapatis were made and kept in the morning. So that fantastic feeling of hot pulka coming on your plate, one by one. So we when we eat, we tend to take more of the chapatis and the rice and less of the vegetable. You have to make that switch now. I remember, when I take a diet recall from my clients also, I say, kya khana khate ho? What do you eat? So the first thing they say is, I have two chapatis. So two chapatis and thoda sabzi, thoda dal. So it has to be the other way around. It has to be the other way around. So top of mind food that we have all grown up on is chapati and rice. That's the first thing we do. है कि नहीं? You want to have, chapati, rice, dosa, idli. You first take that, and after that you take vegetable. So give vegetable its due first. Take all the vegetable you want, and then take the chapati and the rice. Just that small little mental switch, and you will find that it makes a big difference. Okay, so how do you have these vegetables? You can make spinach, apple, ginger, just make it into a smoothie and drink it very quickly. If you find that you don't like the sabzi, or because overcooking spinach just takes away all the folate and the nutrients. You should not overcook anything, especially the vegetable greens. Jitna you keep it to its nature source, that's extremely important. You can do that. Okay. So that is the thing for weight loss. Having a green smoothie in the morning or at tea time, you can concoct your own vegetable. You can come. We had a green smoothie in our group where we spoke about spinach, green apple, everything green. Whenever green is available, kiwi is a very very good green fruit because new research has shown that it prevents the genetic damage that happens with aging. Kiwi prevents, it's one of the top foods to prevent the related genetic damages. So kiwi, even if you can put all of that and enjoy that drink, and you can make it tasty with adding some limbu juice and things like that. So khatta meetha, you get a nice flavor. Okay. So now, the other thing that for supporting weight loss, it improves this glycemic index. Ah. That's a lot of stuff here. Okay, can you all see this?
Yes, we can see.
Huh. So this glycemic index is nothing but how quickly can the carbohydrate convert to sugar in the body? How fast can carbohydrate convert to sugar in the body? So the slower it is, the better it is. I think Brahmam sir has already spoken about this, that if you have a very quick conversion of very quick sugar spikes in the body, the insulin spike also goes up. Okay, so the glycemic index of any food, if it's less than 55, you can take this picture of this, if it is less than 55, the glycemic index is low. That means its conversion rate from its natural form to sugar is very slow. If the glycemic index is 56 to 69, it is medium, and over 70, it is very high. So you can see this right here. Can you see this? Very low glycemic index where greens fall is where that should be the most frequent consumption. And the glycemic index of all foods is available online. You can get it. Whatever you're eating, you can get the glycemic index. And one more thing before I forget, let me tell you the glycemic index of a particular food is not to be, if you're having a meal, then you have to take the average glycemic index of the meal. So rice ka glycemic index may be in medium, greens ka may be in low, and some other vegetable something else you're having may be high. So you take all three and you kind of divide it. So it stands to reason that if you have half of your plate full of vegetable greens or vegetables in general, you will have a low glycemic index, even if you're having chapati and rice. And that is the way you can continue to have your rice. You get it? For a certain quantity, there is a certain glycemic index. So just for half a cup of rice, if the glycemic index is, let's say, 70, I don't know it off the cuff, but a lot of your food, the rest of your plate is all low in the glycemic index, then the average glycemic index of that entire plate is less than 55, then you are able to manage your insulin. That is a tactic. You got that? Huh. So like I always say, here also this, I don't know if I can show, oh, it's gone off. Huh. If I can make this a little bigger. See, your plate has to be, half of it has to be natural vegetable. This is fruit, this is vegetable. I know you cannot read it. One part is carbs and the other is protein. And when you add protein also to your plate, when you add the protein in the form of dal, egg, whatever it is that you're eating, you will find that the glycemic index of the overall plate comes down. This was just an aside, yeah. Two topics got covered today, glycemic index and greens. Huh. Okay. So are we still? Is everything going good? I'll take a few more minutes of your time. It also supports brain health. Greens support brain health because it improves your reasoning ability. How to reason, how to decide, and prevents cognitive decline. It prevents all this inflammation because it gives you so many antioxidants. It also improves your vision. So all of us, those of you, if you're above 50 and you don't want to get cataract surgery, then start including your greens in your diet. Interestingly, it even improves vision in dim light. And ideally at night, we should be in dim light. And the reason we are not, because we want to see everything. So let us improve our vision at night because dim light helps us to sleep better. And of course, we know that how it boosts digestion because it's full of fiber. We've already done that topic. And I think we already explained that the fiber in the greens has a special sugar in it that feeds on healthy gut bacteria. Our healthy gut bacteria feed on a special sugar in the raw leafy greens, and that improves our gut health. Okay. And so this is what I had to share with you about greens. And I think that brings me to the end of this little discourse. Right. So, any questions? What are your top takeaways? Let's put it like that. What are your takeaways from today's discussion? Yeah, Vasudev sir.
Yeah. For me, it's like um, switching more to the, like I just told that we have to change our mindset that instead of chapati, we have to go more in the
Vegetables.
vegetables,
Yes.
natural things. No, one thing we have to do is
Yeah.
raw or boiled, whatever.
Huh.
Raw vegetables or boiled vegetables,
Yes.
and a
Yeah.
less amount of grain. No.
But now you
Instead
don't
of-
have to omit anything. You just have to change the quantity. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You don't
Because
have to
now
say मेरे को rice छोड़ना ही है. But a lot of
No.
people don't go into a diet because they feel they have to leave so many foods.
Yeah, that's
Leave
right.
anything.
Right. So that is a switch point for me, because I also say okay, दो चपाती खाता हूँ, और now it's एक ball लेता हूँ vegetables के लिए. I have to say that, and I have to keep
That
that
will
in my
change
plate. That
everything.
one, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Huh. Brahmam sir, anything? I think everybody is kind of switched off. Okay. So I think that will yes, Satya sir. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't.
Problem.
Okay. I think there's a lot of echo.
I have one point.
Huh, yes.
Yeah, I have one. I
Something is-
take it. Some of the green vegetables.
Huh. Oh.
Like methi. I can
Very nice. Methi is very, very good.
make,
Very nice. Okay. Right.
best approach, or even curries.
Your voice is not audible. Who's speaking? Who's speaking right now? I can't even make out.
Ramesh, I think Ramesh ji.
Ah,
Ramesh ji, something is problem with your network. I think your voice is
right.
not audible.
All green leaf, all natural green leafy vegetables are all very good. Methi, pani bhaji, anything. You go to the vegetable vendor and take a picture of the leafy greens and tick mark all the ones that you're eating. We'll find that we only eat one or two, but he's got about 10 of them. Just take each one, put it in your dal and just start having it. Yes. Okay, so I'm good. I think we'll take our leave. Everybody has a busy day, so please go ahead and enjoy nature's bounty on your plate. That is my biggest message to all of you. Just make it as green as you possibly can. Okay, and I'll catch you soon then.
Thank you. Thank
Next
you
week.
very much.
All the
Thank
best.
you very much.
Keep on
Have a
doing
great
the
day.
lux.
Thank you. Have
Keep
a
on doing the lux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think you
it.
Have a
start the
great
YouTube live
day.
and end the session, madam. You are the host
Sorry?
actually. You are the host.
I'll end the session.
Stop the YouTube live also, and you can end the session.